Hello, 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 everyone. Today on Run It Back, we're going to be going big, apparently. We see a couple of huge cards here. White Aura Sight, Muggle's Valor, Zac Fair, all very incredible cards. We also have Omega, Suplex, Sephin Ross, what I believe to be the single best card in the format once it's on the battlefield. Now, obviously, 8 mana is a lot. There's, stuff that we need to do in order to get there, but... demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. At the beginning of combat, exile one creature from graveyard. Make a 5/5 copy of that thing. Once you cast Arden and hits the battlefield, it is big. It's huge. Black Mage's Rod, the only black card in the pack here, and also a very good one, so I think we're probably going to set that up. Clash of the Icons can work if you have specifically like a Summon Fenrir. We've seen that. Scorpion Sentinel also sort of plays in that long game, right? Control 7 or more lands. This thing gets bigger, so could go into like a blue-black control with Arden as a top end. I don't mind that, but Black Mage's Rod doesn't predicate us away from blue-black, and Black Mage's Rod and a Scorpion Sentinel is functionally kind of the same role. It's a 2-drop. It's early. You can either trade or whatever. I think I'm going to steer clear of Summon Brynhildr because this is more of that aggressive black-red deck, and if we end up in black-red, I don't really feel like I'm going to be missing Summon Brynhildr that much, but if we end up in like black-blue or black-white, I think this Black Mage's Rod is something that we're going to want. Triple Triad. Okay, hold the phone. So now Triple Triad is one of those cards that I think is very bad until it is game breaking, right? Like it's not a particularly good card early on. However, if you can cast it and start just to overtake the game, you can really do so with it. Now, with that being said, if we're going to be taking an Arden, I want to make sure that we can live that long. Suplex looking very good. Queen Brawn also looking very good. The last couple of games on the channel, we've really been hurting for removals. So I'm gonna start to over prioritize removals, see if that's gonna help us out. Plus the whole Black Mage's Rod and Suplex thing really works. Stiltskin and Wind Crystal are both pretty huge. I think those are worth looking at. I also see really not a lot else in the pack. You've got a Barret Wall, which is a 4/4 Reacher, which is fine. And Gongaga is like a town, so that way you could play like Jund sort of things. But I think that Stiltskin might be the card that I want to go with here because if we can end up making treasures or just giving away 1/1s and equipping our stuff elsewhere, that can be helpful. Stuck in Summoner Sanctum is good. Namazu is good. Resentful Revelation is fine here. Also don't hate like a Gubu Gardener to get up to Arden, but I think we're kind of past that at this point. I think I'm going to take this Namazu trader early on because it makes a decent blocker. 2, it's going to end up giving a treasure to either give up to Arden or we can give that away with Stiltskin. And I don't think I want to move into blue right away. We haven't seen anything super crazy in blue that's really gotten me going. We've got this Vector. I see a Dreams of Laguna. We see a lot of these just sort of like mid-tier, like good, linchpin cards, but they're not really anything exciting. So I'm going to stick with my black cards that are that way, right? Cornered by Black Mages and Black Mage's Rod. Like once we have these sort of things, I want to continue down the Black Mage train as much as you can because the more you get, the better they are. Lindbaum tracks on Cornered by Black Mages. We did pass a Queen Brawn for the Suplex earlier, and so that's a little unfortunate, but so far everything outside of course, the exception of Stiltskin. And now we saw in our second pick that Black Mage's Rod was the only black card. It's very possible in this Stiltskin pack that have both Stiltskin and the Wind Crystal that there was just not really any black or red cards opened, or the ones that were open just weren't that good, or they were so good everybody took them, and it's just like not there anymore. So I'm not really thinking that it's too much as a signal, other than nobody's like really in white. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, they're all in black and red. We didn't see too many green cards in the pack either, for that matter. Or at least nothing that was really exciting in green. So, we see a Shambling Seath, which is a really good one that kind of comes back over and over again with the Black Mage's Rod in the corner. Now, it does enter tapped, which is a little tough, but I'm also, like, not that excited about anything else. Retrieve the Esper is the only other sort of thing, and I put that on the same power level because it's just this recursive threat. Retrieve the Esper also very good with cards that want that 4 power or greater, or 4 mana value or greater, and we don't really have that. So we'll just take the card that's in our possibility. Now, Wow, Omega and Travel the Overworld, very good cards, but we're not in green or blue. We could splash Travel the Overworld rather than something like a Stilt Skin. We do have one town. I think I'm gonna do that. There's a good possibility we get another Blitzball elsewhere, which we could do right here if we wanted to. I think I'm gonna take that Blitzball. I think it's gonna play just fine, getting all the way to Arden, and then we can end up we get a couple of things here where, you know, even like Stilt Skin. But if we get a couple of legendary creatures, then it'll work out on that aspect. Fight on, we just sort of took here, looking at it again. I don't know if it's really going to be anything we're going to snap up. We're just going to pick a couple of things. I guess Monk's Fist over Gigantoad. Hopefully we're not playing Monk's Fist. But if we get into like full-on white-black sacrifice stuff, like you want as many of those 2-drops as you can. Lunar Whale is a good card. That one's a good one overall. I also see an Armon and a White Mage's Staff. Seeing as we've got this Travel the Overworld is something we're going to consider. Lunar Whale, I think, is a very reasonable card. It's easily crewed. It can get you extra card draws. If nothing else, it plays lands off the top. So we're gonna see what we can do with these. Ice Magic's a great card. Shinra Reinforcements plays pretty well. I don't think we're in like some of these things. So maybe this Crossroads Village is a 3-color land, and then also is a town for Travel the Overworld. I think we'll put that over the Ice Magic. Black Waltz number 3 is tough to turn down. Like that's kind of one of the exact cards that you want. So we're gonna scoop that up. And who knows, maybe we'll end up in blue, black, splash, red because we only have like the Lindblum, the Black Waltz, and the Suplex. I think Stiltskin's officially out for now. Whew. Black Waltz also being a legendary creature, so that'll work with a Blitzball. It's probably a question as of right now. You know, Lunar Whale, also a legendary vehicle that will then turn into a creature. So that also counts towards the Blitzball when we connect with it. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. We actually have a vehicle that we want to play and this thing, but I don't think we're going to double splash. So the question is whether we want a second Crossroads Village, which of course the answer is yes, we do, or do we want a Fire Magic to hopefully keep things at bay while we get to Arden? And I think the answer is Fire Magic, right? Like, if this buys us 2 or 3 extra turns, then that helps us with fixing in land drops anyway. Okay, we see a Marlboro is really the only decent card here. Haste Magic, Limit Break, Bard's Bow, not really great. Phoenix Down and Kina, Coup Gourmet, I don't mind. But like, and these 2 other cyclists I don't really like at all. So Marlboro's fine. We know we're in black. I'm pretty happy to play this. This also plays actually really well with Arden. We can cycle it early on for that last swamp that we need, or to keep hitting our land drops, and then it's one of the best I can think of to get back with the Arden because it hits an incredible enter the battlefield, and then, you know, a 4/4 versus a 5/5 is like not that big of a difference. Some of the other ones I can think of that you really want to hit, like Giat, is great because he's got double strike, or like Cypher or Squall. But Garland is incredible. Holy cow, yeah, this is the exact kind of card we want. Get this thing out early, and then we can continue to get value out of the Surveil. Make sure we know what's going on with that. And I think seeing Black Waltz, Garland, and Fire Magic in this pack, I think, at least as of right now, we are pretty solidly black-red with a blue splash. I don't even mind a double blue splash in the Travel the Overworld, but this means that we're going to want to make sure we pick up blue towns. Red-black towns are good, but there's only so many that we can play before, you know, we're really messing with our early curve of Black Mage's Rods, Garlands, and hopefully some early things coming as well. Freya is fine. We don't have that many actual equipments. Warrior Sword also good, but not incredible. Another Black Mage's Rod I think is exactly where we're at. This looks exactly what we want. More wizards to do more damage, and the Black Mage's Rod being a non-creature spell means that, you know, you get to trigger all the ones that you already have. It also triggers our Garland, and then eventually can, you know, things like our Black Waltz can wear it. Heck Dies, Combat Tutorial, and Gaius von Balsar, all very, very good. I think we're probably not on Combat Tutorial quite yet. I think I want a Heck Dies over Gaius von Balsar. We don't have that many non-creature, non-token permanents, so sniping one of those from our opponent is not that good, and we have a lot of tokens, so it's not like we're just gonna, you know, kill one of their tokens anyway. We already have a Blitzball, so no real main reason to do that. We'll just take a Poison the Waste. Ooh, take this Poison the Waste so that way we can nab a big creature from our opponent if we need to, or it can play a decent fire magic impression. Shinran Reinforcements I think just plays fine, especially if we're gonna play a fight on in the deck. Just a decent blocker. The gaining 3 life, putting stuff in the graveyard for Arden, I think is, you know, just fine. Just fine. Not playing any of these cards, so we're going to take our 20 gems in the Serapheron. And hope. Still hoping for some towns in packs 2 and 3. Or pack 3, excuse me. Iron Giant just fine. And our last pack is coming around the bend. A mountain. Perfect. Okay, we open Genova and Overkill. Yeah, Genova's good, and then we also see Across this Village. I don't think it is good enough for us to splash a fourth color. So I think we'll just take Overkill because that's very good as well. Sin also pretty phenomenal, but again, I don't think we need it because we've got the Arden and there's a very good Sorceress schemes right here, which lets us buy back Fire Magic Suplex, you know, Overkill, Fight On, like whatever we need. So I'm going to take the very first Sorceress schemes. This thing has really over-impressed me. It was good, but it has been incredible. Much, much better than I originally anticipated. Baron Airship Kingdom, the exact thing we asked for, is a blue-red town. Continuing our thoughts on getting probably 5 total towns would be what I want in order to play this Travel the Overworld, but we'll probably play it with the 3 that we have, especially because I'm happy to play those 3 towns. Another Garland and a Vector. I have to take this Garland. I think we're still needing like 4 playables, and this thing is mega playable. So I'm going to take the Garland. Be super sad about the town. Blue-black town is great. I don't think we need this ice magic. I also don't really want this Jador. So we're going to take the, what is it, Trano, Dark City, and now we've got 4 towns. Still looking for 1 more, as well as like 4 or 5 playables, I think, right? If we're at 19 total cards with no towns. We could bring in like an Ice Flan, which I hate, or like a Monk's Fist to poison. Like, we've got lots of things we can play, but I'm not really thrilled about any of them. So hoping that pack 3 really gives us the goods. Really gives us the goods. All right. Another Marlboro is fine, right? It continues to get us our black sources. We also have a Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, which I don't think I really want if I'm playing things like Corner by Black Mages, and this card's good. So helps us with our black sources. It moves on from there. Also great, like we mentioned, to get back with the Arden. Queen Braun, also great to get back to the Arden, also plays early on with a lot of the wizards and non-creature spells, so feels like we're really hitting on all cylinders. Okay, do we want the Tonberry to help with like Garlands, Black Mage's Rods, and or do we want the Summon GF for free? It's kind of weird to play Tonberry and Arden in the same deck, but I think I'm down. Ice Magic is a good one to pop over the top, and that actually means that we're one too many cards, which might be this Blitzball. Yeah, I'm probably not playing any of these cards. I'll take the Shambling CF just because it is in the colors and the card we would take. Forager or the Merchant. I think Forager's fine. I'm not going to play either of these. And Forager, I think, is a better sideboard card than the Merchant. If we want to play the Merchant, it should be playing it main deck. But we're not going to do that. Vincent's Limit Break is fine. You know, there's also a thought of, like, if we've got 2 Marlboros, do we want to shave a land? And I don't think we want to because we're trying to get up to Arden. If we weren't playing either of these cards and this was the top end of our curve, I think yes. But because we're trying to get to 8 mana anyway, I say that we probably want to be. We want to maintain our 17 lands plus Marlboros. We did not get the last town, so we're going to be a little short on the towns, but we've got 3 blue sources in towns, probably plus the 2 islands. That's fine. We've already got what, 7 red sources and 9 black. 7, 8, 9, and then even this counts as an additional one, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red, and 7, 8. Oh, no, there's 9. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let her rip. Let her rip. All right. Today's the day. Yeah, these are just fine. Crossedge Villa showing off here. Still gonna play this on black. We've got 2 blue other towns, and we need, what, 3 or 4 more of the lands to make this work. Gonna play Heck Dies, I think. Just see what they're up to. Because we don't have another red source, I think I am just going to play this, saving it for the wizard. It's not that important. You know, the wizard is good. I'll take the value when I can, but it's just not that important. Unless we can have it for free. Yep. My turn. Great. Make a wizard. Heck Dies holding off the Dark Knight's Greatsword, which is awesome. Play the town. Play the Shinra Reinforcements. And then actually Namazu Trader could give us that treasure for what we need for Travel the Overworld. Mountain Town. Kind of good, but also kind of not good. Machinist's Arsenal. Yeah, that's a good one. So we can go like Black Mage's Rod into Ice Magic. We can go Namazu Trader. I actually don't hate cycling this Marlboro just to make sure we hit our land drop. And the question is whether we want to Black Mage's Rod or Ice Magic. Yeah, I think I'm okay with just putting this thing down right now. And even if that means we have to take 5, like we're already at 23 because the Shinra Reinforcements gave us the extra life. Alright, Paladin Arms, yep. Take 7, fine. Namazu Trader, also fine. Take our 1 damage. Yep, we'll probably just go Ice Magic onto this token. Hopefully they cast something before combat, so that way they're going to have to spend their whole next turn doing it as well. But then on our turn, we can go travel the overworld and hopefully set us up for Arden. Yeah, that's fine. Block. See if they do anything. They do not. So just pop that in there. Deal 2 to the opponent. And just spend 4 mana to equip one of the things. Summon Primal Odin. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff first. Okay. Let's travel the overworld. Deal damage. Yeah, and then we'll play... Oh, shoot, I just did this wrong. I was going to say Tomberry and Garland. So, let's play the Garland. And then we can Sorceress's Schemes. What does this thing do? Draw 2 cards and each player loses 2 life. I don't really know the best way to go about things. Sorcerer's Schemes for Ice Magic, I guess, just to bounce more tokens. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about this. Wow. A ton. Yeah, I mean, we could also just go Lunar Whale, deal some damage to your opponent, surveil. I don't think we need that. Play the Tonberry, and then we can also fight on. Yep, draw your cards, we lose life. Yep. Shinran Reinforcement's not really doing a whole lot for us right now because the Lunar Whale can block the Paladin's arms, and you know the rest of it's about the same. Adelbert, sure. Keep the Namazu and the Heck dies. Oh, look at this. How much mana do we have, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have got 4, 8. This is 3, 7. Okay, we're mana short. If we had 9 mana, we could go Overkill, Sorceress's Schemes, Overkill, because we get 1 back from the schemes. So because of that, I have to wonder if we just do something like this. They're gonna kill it. Sephiroth's Intervention. Sure. This leaves us able to... No attacks. Heck dies. And then we could, if we wanted to, do like a Schemes Ice Magic. Okay. I don't know how necessary that is. Like, we can just chump the 12-9 and overkill the 5-4. Yeah, that's fine. This will bring him to 9, the overkill will. A second Machinist Arsenal. Hello. Yeah, I think we still want to keep that. That's fine. This puts him to 7. So if I just go Sorcerer Schemes, that puts him to 7. Overkill puts them to 5. They block, go to 1. They do. All right, well, in that case, let's attack with just Tonberry. And then we can either go like Black Waltz plus Sorceress's Schemes. I think that's fine, right? Like, just get the Black Waltz out there, deal 4 to our opponent. Like, they know we've got a kill spell in hand. And we get a Surveil out of it. So, like, we also have... We only have the 8 mana, so, like, we can't play both of these this next turn. But if we draw, you know, top tick a land, then we can. And that's going to be worth a bunch of damage. I think I'm happy to trade off a Black Waltz with one of their huge threats. Like, make them equip up their, you know, Machinist's arsenal. Sure. Yep, this is the chump we want because we can equip the Black Mage's route if we don't want to. And actually, if we just chump like this, that should get us there, I think. We just cast 2 spells and we've got Schemes and an Overkill. Alright, so we cast the sorcery right away. Put the lethal on the stack. They sacrifice. And then we can do this instead anyway. And now they didn't need to have even more life gain, and they would also have to gain more than 2 because we could just attack with the Black Waltz. So, overall good. 2 Machinist Arsenals, huh? That's a lot of stuff going on over there. We don't have a goddamn thing to do about it. We got like Suplex here, that's about it. So, Suplex gonna probably have to be held for a Machinist Arsenal, I would think. I don't want to just fire it off on a random 2-drop. Yeah, I mean, this is great. Garland on 2, cornered by Black Mages on 3. It doesn't really get much better than that. Yep. It's a little bit of a curve. Love that. Love that. Instant ramen. Yeah, you got it. Check out those sleeves. Let's go. Gatelbert. Time for a nap. Yep, we don't need that, so we'll pitch it. Junk. We could ice magic if we want to. Yeah, they don't have anything, so we're just going to play the Black Waltz. The question is whether they have like a Fate of the Suncrist or whether they have instant ramen. But even Ambrosia Whiter, sure, yeah, it's a good. Yeah, this plays, that's good. Yep, they're not really doing a whole lot like with their turn, but it was a kill spell and they functionally drew a card in white. Oh, I wonder if they're down on mana. Oh, yeah, they went first, so they have to be. But they hit their Black Source, which is good for them. Judge Master, sure. Yep. Play the Queen Brawn, attack in for 2, and then we'll just Ice Magic, you know, bounce the Judge back to their hand. They're going to take 3, put them to 12, and casting 2 spells is going to be pretty brutal next turn, I think. Because we can go Sorcerer's Schemes and Ice Magic, or if we draw a land, we go Schemes into corner by Black Mages. non-opponent, sure. No attacks. Good enough for us to bounce. Opponent takes 3. Getting treacheried. Sephiroth's intervention, sure. Now if we hit a land, we just play Marlboro. No land, so Black Mage's Rod. Take 3 more. Take 2 more. They're down to 9. If they don't have any life gain, I think they're dead this next turn, right? Like, they would... Oh, they have to play a thing, right? For us to Ice Magic? No, I mean, we could just return our own thing. I mean, yeah. White or a sight, sure. Take the Black Waltz, yes. Play Magitek Infantry, alright, that's good. Suplex. Good enough for me. Take 2. Attack with this, and I don't really mind it because if I want to trade off their infantry before they can go get more, and we have 3 functionally free mana that we're not doing anything with, so we can attach this thing. So now we have 2 Black Waltzes, meaning that whenever we cast a non-creature spell, they'll both take 2. And now instead of getting Ice Magic, we can also suplex it. So if they were to just play a couple things out, we can Sorcerer's Schemes for suplex, sure. Yep. Hash, yep. And just based on tempo, I think we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna... Oh, hold on. Let's do the Corner by Black Mages instead. Corner by Black Mages. Take 2. Cast the Corner by Black Mages. Take 2 more. Attack with the Black Mages Rod. So down to 2. And so any non-creature spell, which includes the Sorcerer's Schemes, or our Marlboro is currently lethal. But actually, because they have the instant ramen, we are going to need to cast something else. But we have it in the schemes. Schemes for suplex. Crack your ramen. Take 3. And then we suplex the Paladin's Arms. Wow, Sorcerer's Scheme's looking really good here. All right, and we will see you gamers in round number 2. All right, round number 2. This is a tough one. Opponent goes first. I mean, like, I'm going to keep it because we've got our single best card in hand, plus we've got double blue for our other blue things. We've got all the mana that we could possibly need. We just need to draw some action. So I think, like, a Garland early on, a Hectize to block things up, a Black Mage's Rod, perhaps. You know, that this makes the hand look much, much, much better. Yep, Dire Rat. Absolutely. And, like, I'm not that... I don't think it's that important for us to hold on to this wizard token, the hero token, so I'm happy to trade it off and just fill up the graveyards. Also, by trading this, that makes our Corner by Black Mages better. Even if they were to get a little bit of ramp or fixing or whatever based on the treasure, us just being able to kill something where we did draw it. Yeah, Dwarven Castle Guard. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, Fire Magic looks good. That means that we're not likely to cast something. It's going to depend on what they do as to whether we want to cast as Black Waltz or not. If they do nothing, I'm a little hesitant to cast the Black Waltz. Like, let them overextend into it. Rufus, though, that's, like, not particularly good for us. Shinra Reinforcements is actually a great option rather than Black Waltz. So we're going to Shinra Reinforcements, land, Queen Braun, Ice Magic. Sure. Because this can just sort of eat the Dwarven Castle Guard, meaning they don't want to play the Castle Guard. They're gonna... Okay. Gaius von Baelsar, sure. Means that they're going to sacrifice almost assuredly this Dwarven Castle Guard, and we're going to sacrifice our creature. Yep. Then this means that we probably are going to cast Black Waltz this next turn, so that way we can trade it. Or we can Black Mage's Rod, block the Rufus with the Rod token, and then Fire Magic. We're going to take 6 in the process, but the board will be clear. Yeah, they attack all out. This makes sense. We're going to block here. See if they want to play anything else. They choose to play a Vincent Valentine into a very obvious Fire Magic, but, you know, what can you do? Kaboom! Gonna play our Black Waltz. Snow Villiers. Yep, absolutely. That works fine. Do I want to pick anything up with that? I don't think we need to right now. I'm just gonna... They're attacking for 1. We'll attack for 4. And any land lets Arden hit the battlefield. And if not, then this is 4 damage. And then we can Ice Magic for another 4 damage. Yeah, sure. Overkill? That's a pretty good one. Alright. Let's attack for 4. This thing, when this dies or something else dies, so we don't have exactly lethal by going overkill, schemes, overkill, but overkill, schemes, overkill plus the Black Waltz attacking for 4 means that we should be just fine. We'll take exactly 2 this turn, 1 from the Snowvilliers, 1 from the Albed Salvagers. This means we also get to... we could just Arden, but I think showing Arden this game is likely not important, so we're just going to kill with Sorceress's Schemes. Right, like if they see the Arden and now they know about it, there may be sideboard cards that come around to it, whereas it's not that important to win with the Arden. Even though in our heart of hearts we could chalk it up that Arden would also have been lethal there. Alright. Round 2, game 2 with some bombs and some removal in a deck. Yup, this is great. Magics are great. Black Mage's Rod kill spell, top end. Some lands, which are now fixed lands. We don't have any dual... We don't have any double red in the deck other than Garland being flashed back. I don't want to play Garland because it's most likely just going to be traded off with the Castle Guard. And if I trade this token with the Castle Guard and it leaves a 1-1 behind, then Garland can block the 1-1 very easily. We want to, continue on our quest to get to the late game. Heck dice is fine. I think we can diss this swamp. We are going to need a 3rd swamp at some point, but not very necessary in the moment. Yep. Rufus is just fine. I'm just going to kill this Rufus right away, make sure that they don't get anything out of it. Plus, I like the land, and I wanted to get a... wanted to get a Surveil out of it as well. Albed Salvagers, sure. Yep. Get a Heck Dies. They discard Summon Anima, sure. Queen Brawn, yep. A Namazu Trader. Yep. And Arden for us. Okay. So the real question is whether we should be cycling this Marlborough or not. And I don't think we want to do it yet. I think I would rather just cast it by drawing a land. But if we draw other stuff that we want to be doing and still have this in hand, or potentially have a second one in hand or something like that, then we can certainly look at it. Yeah, if I were them, I would be attacking with these things. Right, like it's either getting in damage or it's getting in damage and drawing them a card. So like these are free attacks, these little tokens. And now that I'm also thinking about it, I kind of also want to cycle the Marlboro because we need to kill this Gratia. And getting to 7 mana for Garland is fine. Oh, they're going to sacrifice with the Namazi Trader. Sure. Because this only triggers once a turn, they're automatically going to draw their card after they surveil 2. So I think this is going to be a good opportunity for us to cycle or to trade off with our Garland so they can't do it again. We are going to take the 1 here. They draw their card. And then we get to trade with the Garland. Which also means that we want to cycle our Marlboro. Because now if we draw Sorceress's Schemes, we can overkill the Grahatia. Tonberry is fine. Gonna put a Black Mage's Rod on the Queen Brawn, because now if they attack with the Albed Salvagers, we can, you know, block these. There's some juicy stuff in here for our Arden. Getting an untapped land means that we get to flashback Garland as well. I don't think we have to do this. White mana. Sure, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or they need like 2 double whites, like if they've got 2 white aura sites. But also, hold on, this should trigger. I wonder if they're in the middle of casting their spell or something. What's happening? Is their timer ticking? Yeah. Mine is not. So this should trigger, right? Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Oh, I wonder if they're in the middle of targeting it then. Alright. Very strange. Beep, beep, beep. Just waiting on our opponent, I suppose. I wonder if they made a mistake and they're now regretting it. Hello? Yargle. Yargle. Bing bong, bing bong. Okay, we finally got there. Oh, that draws him a card. I see. Yeah, that's a good choice. It was weird, but I thought this was only creatures. Tonberry going in the bin. Okay, no land. But we have a Black Waltz, which is also fine. And I would trade this with Grahatia or apparently a Snowvilliers. Yeah, I would trade these two now as well. Sephiroth. Sacrifice the Heck dies. We take 2. They draw a card. Jeez. Okay. This also means we can't really chump block, and we can trade exactly once, and we'll take another 2, 3, plus 3 is 6 if they attack with this thing. Yeah, alright. We are not in good straits right now. Because if too many creatures die in the same turn, then Sephiroth flips, and I don't know if we ever come back from that. So we are going to trade here. Something's going to get flying next turn. Plus, we're going to take an additional 2 from the Summon Primal Garuda dying. Yeah. 3, 4, we're down to 5. If we can kill the Sephiroth... Oh, geez. All right, well, Sephiroth is flying and flip now. We're down to 4, and then we take an additional 2 once the Summon Primal Garuda dies. Okay, that's it. This gamer's got stuff. They have a full-on black-white rectangles deck. That's pretty good. Do I want a Poison the Waters to take care of things? We saw Vincent earlier. We saw Grahatia and Sephiroth. I think that's enough hits where I wanna Poison the Waters. I also want Hectize in. Tonberry probably can just get out of here. I mean, it's never making it through all the rectangles, so I just rather would either A, if they've got a bunch of, 1/1s or whatever on their side, then we can sweep them up. But B, we can most likely, hopefully, snipe some of their big threats and put them in the graveyard. It's not a terrible thing. Yeah, this is fine. I know we don't have any black sources, but we should have 9 in the deck. And so of our 14 remaining lands, we've got 9 black sources. Should be just fine, because even in the interim, we have both Fire Magic for a bunch of little things as Suplex to hopefully take care of something like a Sephiroth or whatever we need. Not going to do that or do anything with that. I'm going to play the Swamp because if for some reason we need to end up getting into the idea of double black. Do that. Yep. Okay. Going to play the Namazu Trader just for curve purposes. Also means if we hit a town, then we can just go travel the overworld if we need to. What's more likely is that we're going to end up playing something like Shambling Seath or Black Waltz. Yeah. I don't really care if they're going to spin their wheels like this, right? Sacrificing their dudes, making treasure tokens. Like, this is all fine. That doesn't really matter. What matters is once they get one of the threats. The Grahatia, the Albed Salvagers, like, those are the things that are going to be a problem. Cornered by Black Mages, you got it, brother. That's fine. If they don't have a follow-up, then we're in good shape. If they do have a follow-up, it's, like, not the worst, but also not great. No follow-up, though, I think is good for us. The question here is whether we want to play the Seath or the Black Waltz. And I think I'm on the Black Waltz because it can technically block if it has to, but more than likely we're going to be playing a Suplex or a Fire Magic or a Travel the Overworld or something next turn. Gaius von Balsar, sure. If we want to just trade both of these two things for each other, that's fine. It's like their whole turn. Yeah. That is just fine with me. We're going to just deploy 2 threats with Garland and Shambling Seath then. Is it CF or is it Seath? I always thought the apostrophe was there. It's probably Seath, huh? Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, OP's got a good deck. This is sick. They're gonna probably sacrifice the non-wall. Yeah, just a little token guy. Get the card, sure. I was hoping that we'd be able to travel the overworld this next turn, but that is not happening. We got to make sure that we suplex Sephiroth. And sure. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, we will take that. We do get to get in for 3, as they will almost assuredly block something. That's fine. Could spend a single mana on Fire Magic to kill off the wall, but I don't think that that's going to be very necessary. Albed Salvagers, yep, it's fine. Namazu Trader, sure. We're going to take 2 from the Salvagers. I mean, there's also a possibility what we do here is we attack with both, see how they block, and then Fire Magic, and just wipe the board, which is, like, not great into the Salvagers, but, you know, is what it is. We can then flip over our Garland or travel the overworld or, you know, whatever. Yeah, this is fine. take 3 more. But we saw exactly 1 Albert Salvagers, and we also saw Sephiroth, and now they're both gone. They don't really have a board yet, so could have things like Grahatia coming out, but we could play a 5/5 into that if we wanted to. Dwarven Castle Guard is also fine. I'm not too concerned with those kind of things. And this is a bit of a problem with like the white-black rectangles deck. Oh, that's a little scary. So I think we're just gonna play the Garland that we have. Is that like once the big threats are gone, when you get rid of things like Albert Salvagers and Sephiroth, like you're playing things like Dwarven Castle Guard, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a 2-mana 2/1. It is what it is. But like if you load up on too much of this kind of stuff and not enough of the actual other stuff going on, then you can run into trouble where you're just playing a bunch of like little piddlers. Looks like we're gonna have both sides of Garland on the battlefield at the same time, which is fun and cool. Yep, absolutely. We will block here and see what sort of tricks you might have. Tricksy hobbits. I don't think there's a +3/+3, but there's a Vincent's Limit Break. Sure, yeah, get it back on the field. Yep, absolutely. And then do they have a follow-up? No follow-up. Okay, so we're going to play our Garland, and then we're just going to jam this Travel the Overworld and hope that 4 cards is going to be good enough. I don't think we need the Shambling Seath because I'd rather have... that's fine, we'll take that. I'd rather have our cards. Arden is great, so I think we just need to survive 1 turn, and we can pick up Black Waltz, probably. Giving Black Waltz lifelink means that any non-creature spells we cast also are great. Yep, absolutely. Block here. Really only looking to survive this 1 turn and hope that Arden takes over. Elder Human Noble. This thing down on red. Do you have something? No. Does not have anything. Black Waltz, number 3. 2. Number 3? Number 3. Black Waltz, number 3. Get in for 5. Vincent Valentine, sure. We take 1. Gonna be able to snatch their last card. And we want to start pulling something from their yard because that's gonna also move down their final days. Let's see what they got, if it's something good. A magic pot. Okay. Could also poison the waters to get rid of this Dwarven Castle Guard, but I don't think we need to do that right away. So let's take... I don't want to do this for tokens. Could do it for non-tokens, so I don't think that's very important. Let's just take Snowvilliers because it's got Vigilance. Attack just like this. We're going to gain a bunch. Monk, sure. And I think if we like Lunar Whale here, that should be... Oh, yeah, I didn't realize. Yes, okay, great. I like the Lunar Whale because it pings for 2. Did not really need to Shambling Seath, I don't think. Yep, this is fine. You may transform it. Yep, they're gonna... I'll block with the Snowvilliers, which is just a random token. Plus it gains 5 more life. They're gonna gain 3 life. But... Oh, and because it dies, it gains 1 more. I was gonna say, but that's lethal. But it looks like it's not. So, do we have anything with flying still? Doesn't look like it, but... Looks like that's gonna be it for them. We... got there. Arden was the important card this match. I'm glad to see that it actually played well in what we were looking for. It was one of those ones where you draft and you're like, oh god, I hope this works. And so the fact that it won us an entire game and saved currently our undefeated run with the deck means that we can go into match number 3 looking for our first trophy in over a week. So let's hope to see what we can find here in round 3. All right, round 3. Here we go. Okay, yes. I mean, we're going to play this. The question is whether we want to play a tap land for Garland or we just want to play Tonberry right away. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Tonberry, and then hopefully we can draw a mountain. But even if we don't, we can go tap land into, like, Corner by Black Mages or Queen Brawn, and that's going to be just good enough, I think. Like, I don't have to play the Garland right away. If I can, it's going to be best, but if we can't, I think it's better just to get Tonberry going, because later on in the game we can play the Garland and get value out of it right away, whereas the Tonberry always has to come in tapped and always has to have a stun counter. Like, that always happens. Yeah, Shinron Reinforcements is fine. Yeah, some good stuff out of them. We're going to play the Queen Brawn because I think that's going to be better served as a value card, right? We can attack, then cast Overkill. Or just go Cornered by Black Mages and attack. You know, there's ways that we can do things to get both prowess and wizard triggers. See what they do, though. If they don't play any creatures, then we can go Cornered by Black Mages and be pretty happy with things. If they do play creatures, then we'll see what happens. Bane's Treachery, sure. Sure. It's a horse piece. It's all the same if we cast this before or after combat. There's nothing for a single green mana that's gonna matter much. If we cast it before combat, then we get the prowess trigger. If we cast it after combat, you get the wizard trigger. So it's all just fine there. Hoping they play like a, I don't know, Gigantode. You know, some 5 mana kind of do nothing. Just thing that we can kill. Something that dies to Doomblade, please. Alright. Saz Katsura. I mean, functionally kind of the same thing, right? They do get a card draw out of it, so like there's some value here. But the nice part about the Overkill being an instant, we can kind of get best of both worlds, right? We attack first, then we get to Overkill, so we get the trigger from Queen Brawn, and then also the prowess trigger. And so this, you know, 1 extra damage squeaking in, which sometimes can matter, sometimes it won't. Yeah, it's tough to argue with that, right? We're gonna get 4 damage and a Surveil out of it, plus an extra land to get towards our Arden. It's not a blue source for our Travel to the Overworld, but you know, we kind of knew that when we signed up with the deck. Take 3. I'm gonna pitch that. I have to wonder if we probably should have attacked and then done that like mid-combat. We would have gotten an extra wizard out of it. And if they kill the Queen Brawn, it's like bad, but if they kill the Garland, then it's like a little better. This equips for 3. They can bring something in huge here if they attack with the Balam T-Rexor. Saz is a decent thing to hit as well. Yeah. What do they got? What's coming in? Araban, okay. Terrifying at first, but like not as bad. So we did hit the 7th land. See what we can do to get our value out of this right now. They're electing not to. We're gonna chump block the Garland. Sure. I'm gonna play our land. If they have another giant, if they have a giant Saga, like a fat Chocobo or something, then that's bad. But if not, like a Sorceress's Schemes wins the game for us, I think. We go Schemes, Overkill, attack. And if so, I mean, like, we can... They're going to attack with both things. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm so nervous. Any land also gets us Arden. Put a creature on the battlefield. It's a Namazu trader. Sure, 8, lose a life. We go to 8. We go to 4. We take 8, we go to 4. Die to Tifa's Limit Break. But we're never beating Tifa's Limit Break in our life. Use the Armans, sacrifice the treasure. Okay. Corner by black mages. Yeah, you got it. Traino. Can we survive? I mean, we technically can, I think. It's going to depend on what they do. But... Oh no, I think we're officially dead. Huh. I wonder if last turn we should have done the Garland so that way we could... flash it back, like guaranteed. Summon Anima. Oh, what are you doing, OP? No, this thing comes in attacking if you bring it in. Oh, no. If we don't have to chump the Namazu Trader, then we can win, I think. Or no, yeah, if they don't attack with the Namazu Trader. Yep, attacking with the Armon makes sense. Oh, wait. I think I was doing my math as if they also had a... Yeah, I don't 100% know. So they sacrifice their wizard. What do they put in here? Nothing really. Okay. So we have to block here, and then we have to block here. And we go to 1. And then if we play Arden... I guess it's Shinra reinforcements. And then if we don't attack, they attack with this thing and double block. They attack with this, this, and this, and we go block, take 6, 7. Yeah. I mean, they have to have something to kill our thing. And if we just attack, then they have, like, lethal, and we have to block with Arden. But if we don't attack, then that means that we can block the T-Rex with our 5/5. And that functionally gains us 4 life, which then negates the Aramon, which means that, like, we're taking... Or, sorry, the Anima, which means we're taking 2 on the turn. And then we can untap and travel the overworld. Genova's going to put an extra 1/1 counter on something. That means that does not mean that we're dead, but if they have something else, then we are. Geralt's Final Act, that means that we're dead. Wow, this card? I did not realize people were playing this card. That was not particularly good. Yeah, that's it. What can you do? All right, let's see what we got for round 2. We still have our suplex. Might be a poison the waters kind of game as well. Saz can be really powerful. Let's take out this Tonberry. Not even keeping the fire magic for now. And bring in poison the waters to grab some stuff that they've got. Alright, play first. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's not particularly efficient, and we've got this Lindblom that's causing troubles, but yeah, let's play Garland early, so I can beat some faces in. Gubu Gardener not gonna do it. Attack with the Garland. They're going to take the 3. The question is whether we need to poison the waters this turn and take their Saz, or whether we can get more value out of it with the Black Mage's Rod. And I don't think we can really beat... I don't want to spend my overkill on the Saz either, so let's see what we can do. Yes, okay, we take the Saz, Catsroy. And then next turn we can go like Marlboro plus Black Mage's Rod. Sure. And the following turn we overkill something. And go from there. I don't think we need to overkill and keep beating beating faces in. I think it's going to be better just to get value out of our mana. Make sure that we're being efficient with the mana. Yeah, that one's going to get pitched. Which also, you know, putting the Travel the Overworld in the graveyard means that we can alleviate ourselves of blue mana mainly. Summon Fat Chocobo, sure. You know, there's something to be said about potentially killing the Namazu Trader because the Fat Chocobo dies on its own, but it dies on its own in like 3 turns, which is attacking for 4 a bunch, and we don't really have anything that does that. So, yeah, that's fine. Gonna sacrifice the treasure for some Surveil. I don't think it's worth us right now doing a double block. So we're gonna overkill the Fat Chocobo. I think I'm down for that. This is an easy trade for me. Apparently it's a trade for them. That's fine as well. And now we can go... We kept the Black Mage's Rod, so we can go Black Mage's Rod plus Fight On. We can also go Fight On for Marlboro and Shinra reinforcements if you want. Just a couple things that we can do. Sure, Resentful Revelation continues to go on. Alright. Removal spell and trick, and they elect not to do either. Gonna shuffle up with a land. I'm guessing this means they didn't actually hit a land. Wonder if it's a Balam T-Rex that they got. Alright, so we are going to Black Mage's Rod. Yep, we'll take that. And that means that I want to... So here's the scoop. We could Fight On and pick up Shinra and Marlboro, or we can equip and then next turn go Sorcerer's Schemes and Overkill. So I think I'm going to do that. Because I'm guessing they have like a Balam T-Rex or a something, some big thing. Summoner's Grimoire, sure. Oh, and they're going to attack with the Namazu Trader and try to get it in right away? It's like a summon animal. No, they're just going to cast the Shinra reinforcements. Okay. Yep. 2 on the final days is fine, I think. We're going to Sorceress' Schemes. We could get back a Poison the Water, but that's not good enough. We could get back Poison the Water and take something from their hand, but then if they draw something, it's not as good. We're just going to take the Overkill, deal 2, and a land. I don't need that land. I don't think so. Put that land in the graveyard. The only reason why we'd want that land is if we think we were going to either guarantee to either overkill next turn. Oh, I see. We run into a little bit of a problem here. That's okay. If we wanted to like overkill the next turn, or if we wanted to flash back our Garland right away. But I think this extra mountain is going to be a good choice for that. If they want to swap this, that's fine. They had to have something, I mean, they got to have something big in hand that they want to just jump in right away. A Resentful Revelation is a good way to find it, but even still, if they just get like a Balam T-Rex or something and pitching 2 lands means to me that they probably didn't need anything. I could have, but the likelihood goes down. It's only once they start pitching like good 3-drops or whatever that it's not as good. They are going to try to put something on the battlefield. It is a Genova. Yeah, not particularly good right away, so I think I'm fine with that. We're going to... We can either run it right back with the Summon Sorceress' Schemes, or we can just play the Garland, which means they have to chump. But then they're going to draw, what, 2 cards? What is this? Mutant controls during your turn, draw cards equal to its power. Alright, we're just going to have to kill this thing right away. Take one. Take two. They do get, what, 3 tokens? 5 tokens now. Oh, because the Shinra reinforcements milled over some stuff, I think. Armon, it's a good flyer, yep. No way, they have other stuff in here, right? Why wouldn't they just put this in with Aramon? Yeah, they don't have anything. Alright, fine. Gonna make them equip it again versus, like, sacrificing stuff. Ice magic, huh? Just gonna cast this thing. If we hit a land, we can like equip this and then like I don't know. We can, you know, bounce something, go get some stuff back. Marlboro's worth some cards. All right. Okay. And do they have something? All right, we're gonna put this on top, which also then means that like they're not gonna draw a big thing to put in with the Summoner's Grimoire. Unless, of course, they put it on the bottom, in which case it's gone forever. And, like, yeah, let's get moving. We draw a land. We can go equip, deal 2, and then Shinra reinforcements. Otherwise, obviously, if we draw like a suplex, then that's lethal. Attacking for 11, for 10. With nothing, okay. Yeah, I think the Shinra reinforcements in our graveyard really helps us out. The Marlboro is not lethal, right? Yeah, alright, so fight on, get our 2 things. Shinra. Gain some life. And then I guess we're gonna equip here. Like a Vein's Treachery. Yeah, we can't attack. Actually, I think we're dead now, huh? Man, this is pretty wild stuff. They've got full information. I think if they attack all out, right, we block 2 things, so we take 9. Man, I'm so bummed. I can't believe we actually lost this one. We're so close, too. Need one more top deck. That wasn't a land, right? We had Arden. A Marlboro top deck was not going to do it. Well, they had big bits. If it's big Arden. So we pretty much needed an Arden of our own right or a removal spell of the flyer, because even if they had a Vince's Limb break, we remove the flyer, it comes back, and then we get him for lethal. But them's the breaks. The 2-1 streak continues, even though we had a pretty incredible deck. Might not have been worth it to splash travel the overworld. I do think the other blue cards were good, but at least better than everything else that we had. So that's how it goes. All right, gamers, I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.